Okay, firstly, I really enjoyed making that cup of tea. I know it's one of those silly things that you get in vlogs where you watch someone, and I enjoy watching people making their lunch and whatever, but to get this thing together, to put everything together, it was just so much fun trying to work out how to put the phone and everything. But anyway, I had planned to sit outside and sketch and chat away, have a bit of a ramble, but I've not spoken outside before. I normally do a voiceover, and I thought I would try it this time, but I did get so self-conscious, and I was so sure that the entire neighborhood was listening to me. So it didn't sound very good. So I thought I will have to do a voiceover. This is what I have done since the last video, just a little tiny bit more sketching to work out what I'm going to do for the house. So I had to get my pumpkin in there because obviously I do love autumn and I can't wait for autumn. You know, I'm so ready for summer to be over and autumn to come rushing in. I also wanted to put a bit of wisteria on here. I did actually try and call this, I can't remember what I was going to call it in the actual, when I spoke the first time. I called it, asparagus. I wanted to call it asparagus. That was the first word that came into my mind. It did make me giggle. I also wanted to put some of these little olive trees or bushes here because they're quite in keeping with the house, but at the same time, they're not very witchy. So to go with Matilda and Josephine, I don't know, it doesn't work. So I'm going to have to think about that one. I was going to do some sketching outside. I was going to use my pens. I really like to use a fine pen sometimes when I'm doing my sketching, and the one that I had was no longer working, so I needed a new one. So therefore I got the whole set, naturally. I just could not do it. It was knowing that other people could be listening to me. It just made me feel absolutely weird. Anyway, another thing that I really liked about making the tea and also filming in the garden is that it is making me want to be a bit tidier and cleaner and also get some nice plants for the garden. This garden did used to look nice, but yeah, it took me quite a while. I had to clean the kitchen, and so maybe I will have to make a cup of tea in every video so that our kitchen stays clean and nice. I should have done a before and after. That would have been kind of entertaining. Probably not, actually. So after I gave up on the sketching, we went off to the cinema and saw Maverick, which is such an awesome film. Then after that, we went for a drive in the countryside, and it was the perfect day. The sky was just so blue. And then we came across this really lovely windmill, which was nice. Anyway, so in the evening, I managed to get a little bit more sketching done, and I actually came up with a bit of an idea for my Father's Day painting. Obviously, I have to include Matilda and Josephine in here somewhere, and I thought that what they could be doing is decorating the house. And as I was sketching, I came up with the idea of Matilda putting the ivy around one of the posts. They're not called posts, are they? Pillar. Around the pillar. And then the ivy was kind of trying to circle itself around her as well. But I don't know what else to do yet. I'm still in that thinking process. One thing I did do was take some photographs of the front of the house, just so that I could then shrink it down on the computer and decide what size and what bits I was going to do. So that was sort of one of the sizes. And then I got my template and just put it over and decided, you know, what was going to actually be in the picture. I don't know if it was that one or whether that was too small. But the plan is to trace over this and then do another sketch over the top of it. I'll probably share that hopefully in my next video, because hopefully the painting will actually be done in my next video. I think this one might be the one that, I don't know, because I did actually decide what I was going to do, whether it's going to be that or whether I was going to have just the front door and a side window. I don't know. I quite like that. Yeah, and so I'd have Matilda or Josephine on this side putting the ivy up here, and then perhaps, I don't know, perhaps Josephine sitting on the top there, or even looking out of one of these windows, doing something mischievous, no doubt. But anyway, yeah, that's my way of making it a little bit easier. So I'm going to trace over this, and then do the sketch on top of the tracing, and then trace that onto the painting paper, and then hopefully I'll be able to paint. But it's all about making my life easier, because I am not one of those people that wants to sit there and sketch and sketch and sketch and sketch for hours, especially as I'm not great with perspectives and things like that. And especially if I'm doing it at an angle. I'm not doing it at an angle. I did make a point of taking the photograph straight on, which is so much easier. I love the fact that you can see through those windows. Obviously you can, but it's just, make a really nice, make another copy of this and then have like proper little lights behind it or something. Anyway, I don't know. I am not starting to ramble. So there you go. So I'm going to have to come up with some more sketches and start this painting. I think I'm going to make it easy on myself and not do too much for detailed painting. I might use pen to sort of fill in a bit more of the detail and make it look a bit more sort of, I don't know, watercolory, washy, like, we'll see. I haven't got to that bit yet anyway, but I'm just going to carry on sketching and see where it takes me.